Hey guys, welcome back. Today is all about Project Pan 2020. So I have picked out, I think 10. There may be one more than 10, there may be one less than 10, somewhere around 10 products that I'm going to Project Pan or attempt to this year. Before I get into all of that, my 2-year giveaway is going on right now. So be sure to check that up in the iCards, and I'll put a link down below where you can get entered into that. And then just make sure you're also subscribed to my channel. So I recently posted my updated Project Pan from 2019, and I thought I did a pretty good job at it. And honestly, it was fun. It was fun to get rid of products and declutter. It was fun to see how long it took to pan things. So I decided to do another one for 2020. And I've taken some of the things I've learned from that one and brought them into this one, so I'll talk about that when I go through those products. But I'm going to get started with face products first. So the first thing I have are 2 foundations. This is the Tarte Hybrid Gel Foundation, and it is in porcelain. So I haven't used this one recently because it is really light. When I got it, it matched my skin tone, but it's kind of, because it's a gel, it's not too dewy, and it's definitely not matte either. But I want to get back to trying to use this and pan this in 2020. I've got to get on it now though, because I only am this pale at certain times of the year, but then I'm also going to try to combine it with some other foundations as well throughout the year. So the first one is that. And the reason I brought this one into it is because it's a nice foundation, but it's getting older and I don't want to end up having to throw it in the trash. So that's why I'm panning that in 2020. And then I've got my Bare Minerals medium beige original foundation, and I've got this one in here for a similar reason. It's getting older. I do like to wear it when it's the only thing I'm wearing on my face. I just forget about it a lot of the time, so I'm putting that in my Project Pan. It's right about at that line, so I don't have a ton left, but I gotta tell you, these powder products seem to never go away. And this one, I don't know, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna measure this one, but I'll find a way to measure where I'm at in it. Product number 3 is the Smashbox Photo Filter Creamy. Why am I laughing? Because this is the 3rd year that this has been in my Project Pan, and I use it. So if you want something that lasts a long time, maybe this one is for you. But here it is. I will draw a line around it to show where I am now. I just feel like it is never ending. I always take this with me when I'm traveling or when I'm out for the night, because I use this to touch up if I start to get oily. So if I'm at home and I use it, I take a damp beauty blender and just fix it. But if I'm out and about, it's got a little sponge in there that I can use just to kind of take some of that oiliness away and reset my foundation. So we will see if I can pan this in 2020. Number 4 is another powder product. This was in my mini Project Pan of 2019. So I started that, I don't remember when I brought this product in. I want to say around like October, November. And I used it every day to set my makeup. And I don't know, this thing is small but mighty. Let me show you what is in here right now. So when you get to the bottom of these, you can always take out the sifters, or like with concealer, you can take out the stopper so you can use the rest of it. So let me make sure you guys can see that. There we are. And the thing is it's so finely milled that it just lasts forever. You need such a small amount. Oh my goodness. You need such a small amount of it that it just seems to be lasting forever. But this is really the only powder I've been using. Now, I will incorporate other powders in my Shop My Stash, but this is kind of the constant throughout the year that I'll go back to. I've got one other product that was in my mini Project Pan from 2019, and that is the Bravo Conditioning Primer. I have no idea what is left in this, but I do have a backup of them already because I really like this product. So we're just going to see how long it takes to get rid of it. I have been using it, I don't know how long I've been using it for. But when I update my Project Pan, I know I wrote down when I started using it. I would think that it would be out soon, but we'll see. And then I've got my Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. I love this concealer. It was in my favorites of 2018. And I And because of my Shop My Stash and trying so many different concealers throughout the year, I never got back to using this one. So I do need to try to use this one up before it goes bad because it's one of my favorite concealers. I don't want to throw a favorite concealer out because I've been trying concealers that I don't like. We are up to 6. Number 7. You know, I had so much fun trying to get to the pan of a blush and a highlighter this year that we are going to pull in another one, but a little different twist on it. So I have got the Baked Milani blush. I picked this one. Number 1, I love this blush. I love a coral blush. They're my favorite shade. But also because it's baked and I feel like they have a little different consistency, and it also has that dome on it. So we're going to see how long it takes to get to the pan on this. Not to totally pan it, just to hit pan. For highlighter, I chose the Flesh highlighter. This is a cream highlighter stick. I actually really like this. This is probably the only cream highlighter that I like. I've got to put this on before I set my makeup, but it gives just a really pretty natural highlighted look. And let's see if we can get rid of that. I really want to do this one to see how long it takes to use up a cream highlighter product because I feel like they might last a little longer than a powder one, but maybe not. So we'll see about that one. I'm already up to 8 products. Okay, so I actually have 12 that I'm going to be working on. I have a brow product and I don't know what this brow product is. It is totally worn off. I got it in a BoxyCharm box. Is it a Cello one? It could be a Cello one. So here's what I have left of it. And really the reason for this product being in the project pan is I have so many brow products and I like trying out new brow products, using different ones, but I also like to declutter some along the way. And that's really hard to do when you're using so many. So I'm going to try to pan that one. I've got a bronzer. It is the Too Faced Chocolate Bronzer. And this one's getting kind of old too, and it's starting, you can see it's kind of starting to get to pan, but the goal of this one is to use the entire product, not just to hit pan. So for 2020 we're going to be using that one up. I've got my MAC Fix Plus, and the reason for this one is when I got it, it was at a time where like I just didn't buy products like this. This was a super fancy product. But the problem is that I don't want to use it because I want to conserve it. And now it's starting to get old. And I definitely don't want to have to pitch a product that I was so excited to get. So I put it in my project pan to force me to use it. So we're going to work on panning that. The next one's an eyeshadow palette. So I never have put an eyeshadow palette in a project pan before. And the reason for that is, well, I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I like to use all of them and use a variety, switch them out. I'm always getting new ones. But I was using the Modern Renaissance on the way to church the other day. And I thought, you know what? I have already hit pan in one of these. And I've got some dents. So I thought it would be fun to see how many pans I can hit in 2020. I do like to use this one when I'm in a hurry and I want a more neutral look, or I'm headed to church and it gives me a more neutral but with some color kind of look. But I also can pull this in with other palettes and use some of these colors because they do have really pretty colors to it. You know what else I was thinking when I was using this is it's so funny that this palette was so coveted. And I was just thinking that is so weird. I could really use a little darker of a shimmer. I could actually use a little lighter of a shimmer. And a berry mauvey shimmer would have fit really good in here too. So I was just thinking about that. I'm like, that was so strange that there was so much hype around it. But it really was an almost all matte palette. But I do still love it. And I do reach for it all the time. So we're just going to see how many shades we can hit pan on in here. I'm not trying to pan the whole thing, use up the whole thing or anything like that. Because that would be insane for what I like to do. So those are my 12 products that I'm planning on panning or hitting pan on in 2020. I would love to know if you guys are trying to do a project pan and what products you're panning in them. Don't forget to enter that giveaway before you leave. I hope you guys have an amazing day and I will see you in the next one. Bye.